All right, we have women's basketball, as we know, taking center stage. This year's NCAA Women's National Championship game had a record number of viewers, and for the first time beating the men's final, WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert is with us live from Georgia to talk all about the state of the women's game. I know how busy you are. We're just days away from the draft. So, Cathy, I really appreciate you stopping by to speak with us like this. I'd love to get your take on what we're seeing in the women's game right now.
Well, Robin, it's great to be here. And if you think about the confluence of so many positive elements right now going on in women's basketball, and everybody's talking about it, you know, the rise of women's sports, these players coming out with big social media followings because of, you know, just the way that they're presenting themselves on and off the court. Capital inflows, we raised that capital 2 years ago, $75 million in capital, deploying that to get ready for this moment, quite frankly, and maybe we didn't know we were getting ready for this moment. And then expansion, you know, is on the horizon for us, as well as globalizing the game. So really just this all coming together at one time.
It's the perfect storm. It's the perfect storm. And with the record, the record viewership, how will that translate? How do you want it to translate to the pro game?
Well, I've been reflecting a lot on how it does translate. So the one thing I learned in sports after coming in from a long career in business is you need household names, rivalries, and games of consequence. And March Madness delivered on all three of those, coming off of last year's national championship with Angel and Caitlin, a little rivalry. They met in the Elite Eight this year, then Paige and Caitlin on the Friday night, and then obviously undefeated South Carolina versus Iowa on the Sunday. So there's a lot that translates into our game. We do have a 40-game season, not just a 3-week tournament, so we do need to take that momentum, carry it over, but we're already seeing such positives in ticket sales and merch, and we just put out our broadcast schedule yesterday, and everybody's excited about the matchups, and that's drawing a lot of attention as well and a lot of eyes to the game. Yeah,
and we talk about, of course, Caitlin Clark, the Caitlin Clark effect, and Angel Reese. There are a lot of rookies that are coming into. This is a very deep draft, is it not?
Really deep draft Monday night, and Camila Cardoso, the most outstanding player in the NCAA final there, and she's 6'7" and really just really increased her draft stock, I think. And then Cameron Brink from Stanford and Rickea Jackson, and you know, this was, Robin, the funnest part of my week is calling these college players and inviting them live in Brooklyn for the WNBA draft on Monday night. So funnest part of my job because they're so excited and they're so fresh coming off their seasons, and really looking forward to reading their names on Monday night.
I'm sure that you are, and they're looking forward to hearing you read their names Monday night at the draft. Full disclosure, you're there in Augusta, you're at the Masters, and you're saying that even there you are feeling the effects, the impact of the women's game even there. How so?
Oh, everybody's talking about it, whether they know I'm the commissioner or not. You just hear people talking about it. And yesterday, by one of the practice putting greens, there was a guy in a Caitlin Clark jersey, and he was watching Zach Johnson, who's from Iowa, and he and Caitlin had played in a Pro-Am last year at the John Deere Classic. So fun to kind of mix golf with basketball. And Nelly Korda's doing some amazing things in golf. The chairman of Augusta in his press conference yesterday got asked about Caitlin Clark and the hype around her versus Nelly. And so, you know, when you're at, you know, a venerable place like this and they're talking women's basketball, it's really fun for me to chat with a lot of, by the way, a lot of girl dads, a lot of men, a lot of families, a lot of people watch that game on Sunday, as you said, 18.7 million and 24 million, Robin, at peak. So it's been fun to listen and watch to everybody's perspective on why they love this game. They loved watching the women's tournament.
I knew you would know the exact numbers. I know that you were watching, and yes, you had it to the T. That, I mean, peaking over the 24 million like that. Finally, you kind of touched upon it, upon this. What are tangibles? What are the tangibles that you are seeing that there is proof that there's anticipation for the upcoming WNBA season?
Right. So, one, everybody's talking about it. Two, we're seeing it in ticket sales, merch sales, corporate partnerships stepping up, increased media coverage. It is a little bit of, Robin, like the if you build it, they will come. And is this our Bird Magic moment from 1979 when, you know, two great stars came in to the NCAA with a big rivalry in coast to coast, Boston, LA, and is this our moment? And then came along Michael Jordan and Nike. I'm a big studier of history of sports.
Right.
is this our moment for that? And we're going to build and market. Like, marketing is going to be really important this year, storytelling. We also have the Olympics, where the USA women's national team will go for their 8th consecutive gold medal. That'll be a great moment. All WNBA players will make that team. So lots of excitement, lots of stories to tell this year. And I think that's what draws fans in to watch, to buy, to rep, to attend. But I'm really excited to see, our arenas full this year.
Oh, we are too. Well, Cathy, thank you again. Enjoy Augusta. Enjoy your time there. But we really thank you.
But
so much.
I'll be back. I'll be back Saturday for getting ready for the draft.
We know that. We know that, and we will let everybody know the 2024 WNBA draft will take place on Monday, April 15th on ESPN, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time.